We are almost 24 hours away from this year's NBA trade deadline. I just did a video on Otto Porter getting traded to the Bulls, and now here we are again, a three-team trade. I don't know if it has this type of magnitude as the Wizards and the Bulls trade does, but there's more contenders involved in this trade, so I think it might be a bigger deal in terms of just the teams that are involved in the trade. The main part of the trade is that Houston's getting Iman Shumpert from Sacramento, and Sacramento's getting Alec Burks from Cleveland. Cleveland is in this trade to absorb salary. They're going to get Brandon Knight's salary. They're also going to get Marquise Chriss' salary off of Houston's books, but they're going to get a first-round pick from the Houston Rockets. So Houston's giving them some of their cap space, giving them some of their money, and they're giving them a first-round pick for it. So let's first start talking about Iman Shumpert on this Houston Rockets team. I like this trade for Houston in that they get a guy in Iman Shumpert who is a valuable player. On this Kings team is one of the better defenders, and he's a perimeter defender that can shoot three-pointers, and that's what the Rockets like. They've been missing a void with Trevor Ariza in terms of guarding guys on the wing. PJ Tucker's doing a great job, but he can only be in one place at a time. The Rockets, especially with a lot of injuries, especially to Chris Paul, have been kind of rolling out Austin Rivers, who I believe is injured. They've been rolling out Daniel House, like a whole bunch of guys that are not going to be on contending teams. So Iman Shumpert has championship experience. He's a great 3-and-D type of guy. He'll fit nicely on this Houston team. And in terms of Sacramento, not really sure what they're doing in this trade because Sacramento scores a lot of points. They've got a lot of backcourt players that can put the ball in the hoop. Fox, Bogdanovich, Hield, to name a few. Those are at least the guys in the starting lineup. But they can put the ball in the basket. And Shumpert was a guy who would guard the bigger wings, guard the bigger guards. So this is a little surprising for me that they're gonna part ways with Shumpert and get a guy, Alec Burks, who statistically is a little better offensively, but is not going to provide you with the same defensive presence. For a team that's only one game out of the 8th spot, you're going to need to get stops. You're going to need Iman Shumpert to guard the best players on the other team, or at least to guard one of the best players on the other team. And so I'm a little surprised they traded him, especially since he's such a veteran too, and Burks is a relatively young player. So I'm not really sure what Sacramento is doing, and then I like this trade for Cleveland as well. So if you look at Cleveland is getting Brandon Knight's $15 million for next year. That's not a huge hit, but that is a pretty significant one. They get Marquise Chriss, which is interesting. He almost averaged 10 points a game last year with Phoenix, but now he's with Houston, did not do anything because he didn't really play. With Cleveland, he's going to get plenty of opportunities to try to revive a career that people thought was going to be really promising. He's only 21 in his third season. May make a splash with Cleveland. He's going to get a lot of opportunities to do so. And then Houston is only about 2 or 3 games from that 8th spot. The Western Conference is very condensed this year, so Houston could drop a few games. It's lottery protected, but I still expect Houston to make the playoffs. That pick could be closer to 15 than 30, so Cleveland's getting a good asset. You can find guys in the draft there, or you can trade up, or do a lot with that pick, but that pick is valuable. So good job by Cleveland. They understand they're rebuilding, so they're taking money, getting a pick, and getting a young player who could potentially be good for them. I like this trade for Rockets, getting a defender, getting a guy that can shoot threes, getting some depth in the backcourt. They definitely need it. A little confused on Sacramento's end. I like Shumpert as a fit for them because he can really defend, but Alec Burks is going to help them score more, something they're already really good at. So a 3-team trade. Stay tuned for more videos. NBA trade deadline 2019.